breaking news in the Bronx. This is Bronx Fan Central.
The silence in the dugout at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia was the prelude to a firing that echoed all the way to the Bronx. A dismal record of 9 wins and 19 losses sealed the fate of a veteran who knows the halls of Yankee Stadium like the back of his hand. Rob Thomson, after 28 seasons serving the New York organization, is officially a free agent. While Aaron Boone celebrates a solid start to the 2026 season, a familiar shadow begins to fall over his managerial seat, fueling rumors the front office can no longer ignore. You already know this story, don't you? You spend months defending the team, trying to convince yourself that, finally, Brian Cashman got it right, and that Boone has learned how to manage the bullpen in high-pressure moments. But it only takes 2 or 3 losses in a row for your stomach to twist. You look at the market and see a guy who won World Series rings with the Yankees, someone who understands what the pinstripes mean, available to sign. Do you really trust Hal Steinbrenner to stay patient if the team starts slipping in the middle of the summer? I'm Ryan Carter, and to be honest with you, I've seen this movie before, and it usually ends with a short-fused fan base going up in flames. I can smell something burning coming straight from the dugout. The media is trying to sell the idea that Boone's job is safe because the team started the year strong. But I'm not buying it. Rob Thomson isn't just another manager. He's part of the winning DNA that this organization seems to have forgotten in the back of a drawer since 2009. If performance drops even a fraction, I'll be the first to say the pressure will become unbearable. The main report, brought by Bleacher Report, confirms that Rob Thomson was dismissed by the Phillies this past Tuesday. Adam Wells highlights that Thomson spent nearly 3 decades in the Yankees organization, from 1990 to 2017. He was Joe Girardi's right-hand man and one of the architects of the team's internal success for 14 years at the major league level. Even after being passed over in favor of Aaron Boone in 2017, the 62-year-old veteran's resume is now back in the spotlight in New York as an immediate replacement option in case of crisis. Think about it. Do you think it's fair for the team to be playing well and, out of nowhere, a name like this shows up to shake the locker room? And if you're a real New York Yankees fan, I'll leave a link in the description and pinned comment to the official MLB shop along with Fanatics. They've got everything Yankees jerseys, caps, accessories, definitely worth checking out. But back to what matters. You know baseball in New York doesn't forgive. If Anthony Volpe or Giancarlo Stanton get hurt, and the team falls into a downward spiral, you'll be the first one shouting Thomson's name on social media, and the front office knows it. In my view, this is the classic definition of a setup for Aaron Boone. I understand he has the support of the clubhouse, and that players like his style. But to me, this feels like a front office shooting itself in the foot by prioritizing friendships over technical accountability. Thomson is a clutch guy. He understands pure strategy, not just advanced computer analytics. If the Yankees want to chase their 28th title, they need someone who knows how to handle October pressure. To me, Boone still has to prove he won't choke when things get truly intense. The current league landscape shows the Yankees with an expensive, veteran roster with expected returns for key pieces like Jose Caballero and Jazz Chisholm holding down second base. However, recent history shows the front office already passed on Thomson once. The question is whether the organization is willing to admit the mistake from 2017 now, in 2026. Compared to other available managers, Thomson has the advantage of not needing any adjustment. He knows every inch of the Bronx and has the respect of someone who understands the weight of that uniform. Do you prefer Boone's emotional stability, keeping the group together, or the tactical discipline of someone who lived and breathed Yankees baseball for nearly 30 years? It's a tough question, I know. But stop being complacent with mediocrity. Would you accept ending another year with just a World Series appearance? Or do you demand the trophy? Thomson's shadow isn't disrespect toward the current manager. It's simply reality knocking on the door of a team that hasn't won anything truly meaningful in nearly 2 decades. Are you ready to watch everything explode if the team loses 5 straight games? My verdict is short and blunt. Signing Rob Thomson would be a bargain that Cashman can't afford to pass up if the season starts to fall apart. I'm not saying fire Boone today, but I am saying the fire has already started. If we get to September and the team isn't clearly leading the standings, I'd sign Thomson in the blink of an eye. He's the missing piece to bring the seriousness this billion-dollar roster demands. Enough excuses and vague timelines. We want results, and Thompson knows how to deliver. Aaron Boone's job appears secure through the end of his contract in 2027, at least on paper. However, Rob Thompson's availability immediately raises the temperature in the Bronx. Performance over the next few months will be the only factor capable of keeping the former manager's shadow away from the dugout. The question for the fans is simple and direct. Would you stick with Aaron Boone to the end, or bring in Rob Thompson right now to secure the title? Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to check out the official merchandise in the link below. See you next time.